going on, guys? So today I'm going to do an oil change on this 350 OMC Chevy. It's on the IMP-INCA cruiser, and what I'm going to do is just a basic oil change. I'm going to use straight 30 motor oil. It's what the manual recommends, and I'm going to show you guys how I get the oil out, and then I'm just going to put new oil. Real basic, easy steps. So the first things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have some kind of pump. For this one, I'm going to use the mechanical pump. Looks like this. You can pick these up at any AutoZone, any marine shop. They have them for like 20, 30, 40 bucks, depending on what you want. This one, just a real cheap one that I got offline. It's only like 15 bucks. It's an older model, but it works perfectly for what I need it to do. The way this one works is you hook up your cables to your battery, and then just by the clips, and then the next step is you're going to run a tube into your drain, or if your motor doesn't have it, you can also remove your dipstick and run it through your dipstick. Now if you don't have this pump, the hard way, you're going to have to put an oil pan or like some kind of pan under the motor, remove the oil plug, and then let it drain, and that could get messy. So this is the best, cleanest way to do it. So alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start this pump. So if you're having trouble with the oil being too thick or not coming out, you could warm up the engine for a couple minutes, and then that way the oil will flow out a little easier. Alright guys, so it looks like nothing else is coming with the machine. However, I do have a hand pump here that'll get more. I can get a little bit more suction with it. So just to make sure that I'm not leaving anything behind, I'm going to go ahead and use this hand pump. Now I'm going to pump here and see if I can get anything else. And I am getting a little bit more. Some oil coming up, so make sure that stays here. I'm going to pour it. Alright, so I'm not getting any more oil out of this machine after doing it with the hand pump and the mechanical pump. So next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to remove all my hoses, try not to make a mess. Alright guys, so once you finish pumping the oil out of there, it took about 15 minutes to do. You just put your dipstick back in. I left the oil drain cap off, and that's just going to allow me to release any air in there, give me a better flow into the motor when I pour the oil in. So now to pour the oil in here, remove your oil cap. Put your oil cap down to the side. Take your funnel in there. And just pour your oil in. Okay? In this case, I'm going to use 5 quarts of SAE 30, straight 30 oil. That is what the book recommends for this motor. I'll leave the other quart in oil for the next owner to throw in there if it needs it. If it, when you're running it. Wipe this down here. Any contaminants going in there. Clean it off nice and good. Wipe the cap off. Put it on there. Okay. Don't forget to close your oil drain. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean all this up, get this all out of here, and then I'm going to go down there, hook the hose up, the water up to it, and run her for a couple minutes and see how the oil pressure stands up. Alright guys, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the motor up, and let's see how the gauges look, let her get warmed up, and check my dipstick, see if I need to add more oil, and check my oil pressure, that kind of stuff, the basics. Okay. Okay, turn the fuel tanks on, engage fuel tanks. fuel in the carburetor. We're going to go ahead and let it get warmed up. And see how she does. Alright, there she goes. She's running. Alright, she's running good. Been running her now for about 10 minutes. All the temperatures are holding steady. Oil pressure is holding steady. RPMs are holding steady. And that's it, guys. That's how you change the oil. Alright guys, so that's the basics on how to change your oil. In this particular case, we did it for a OMC 350 Chevy, and we used straight 30 oil. Showed you guys how to use the pump. You could do it by hand, or you could put a tray under the pan. The best way to do it for me is the electrical pump. I like to use the hand pump after the electrical pump, just to make sure I got all the oil out of there. Gives me a little bit more pressure. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and thank you. That's it.